Ladies and gentlemen, in today's market analysis, we discuss NIO, Tesla, and market dynamics, focusing on the FOMC announcement impact, potential support for NIO, and upcoming earnings reports. Now, let's understand what's happening in the market. It's been quite an interesting day in the market. Today, we saw significant gains in bids and SPY. We started a bit lower, then made an upward move. Tesla showed a similar pattern. Tesla bounced above 200, but NIO faced some downward pressure during its delivery timeline due to various reasons, including certain demographic issues in China. NIO appears somewhat weaker at the moment, but it's not the end of the world, as NIO has an opportunity to fill a gap, and we are approaching some significant support levels. It all depends on what NIO does. There might be some concerns around deliveries. October is not typically the strongest month for deliveries in the general sense, but November and December tend to be stronger. So we'll keep a close eye on this, as it could be supportive for NIO performance. Moving forward, I'd like to remind you that about 30 minutes after the market opens, we will have some jobless claims and PMI data to look at. Following that, we have more manufacturing numbers and other crucial data points to consider. But all of this won't hold so much significance compared to the FOMC. This means that whatever may happen tomorrow, the market could drop in the morning, and then we can trade in complete silence, back and forth. This is going to be quite boring. Then at 2:00 p.m., the rate hike decision is coming. Essentially, the Fed will either stick to the schedule or miss the next rate hike. During this cycle, I believe they won't hike rates further because that's what the market is expecting. And the latest inflation reports have also come in line with expectations. After that, at 2:30 p.m., the Fed press conference is coming. We'll hear what Jerome Powell says, and whatever he says will shake the entire markets, including NIO. It's crucial to pay attention to this. We need to scrutinize this more closely and just watch how it affects NIO. NIO is heading towards a 3-year low, which is fine because I see it as a buying opportunity. I'm ready to buy shares at around $7, and we've discussed this level before. There's a good chance of a bounce before NIO reaches $7. I also think it's possible when it comes to NIO future. We're looking at deliveries that haven't come in yet, at least as of now when I'm talking. This time we need to see what NIO reports. This time. They've talked about 5 more and their potential, so it's interesting to hear, but we're waiting for the future. NIO, like the livestock market, goes up and down, so NIO tried to balance yesterday. But today, it's back down and close to deliveries. According to NIO profitability, they are not looking great, and there might be a decrease in earnings. NIO has made some big announcements, like expanding their models, trying to grow further, and they're getting good deliveries. It's still a big question mark for them, so we're eagerly watching for earnings. AMD has already announced earnings. So honestly, it doesn't hold so much significance for tomorrow. AMD is just minor. Its impact will be on Nvidia and some other stocks, but we're only waiting for today. We have PayPal and Roku. Then we have Apple for Thursday. In NIO case, we have readings from Deutsche Bank. The price ratio is nearly flat. And finally, when you look at daily seasonality, usually Wednesday is about 56% more green for NIO. Wednesday is a good day for NIO. Let's see if we can get some better numbers. The news volume is approximately 29 million, and it's not increasing much. The question is, how will NIO move? I think there could still be a bit of downside. We're seeing a bullish divergence develop on NIO, which is a good sign. But if you look at the trend, you can see that our ultimate bottom will be around $7. We're very close to where this thing might bottom out, or at least wait for some buyers to come in. If it goes a little lower, we should still watch for buyers to defend it. I see this as another good opportunity for the long term. So wait for buyers around $7, and we'll see how close it bounces to which level. But for now, I just want to say that NIO looks bearish on the daily chart, and the sell-off continues. Today, we went a little lower and attempted to rebound, but it can still go lower. Besides, I see a drop and bounce in the near future. That's important for the long term as well. However, I can't predict everything for the entire market because it depends on what the Fed press conference and Jerome Powell say. So, let's be patient and see what they have to say. Their statements can have a significant impact on NIO and the entire market. Like the market, NIO is also going through a significant sell-off phase, which has increased its volatility. If NIO goes lower, we'll see where buyers come in and how it reconnects with the market. If the market experiences a big bounce due to the Fed, it can help NIO reverse and approach the $8 range. We have many gaps above us, so I believe that NIO might start filling those gaps. Now, if you look at the SPY chart, I just want to say that the SPY on the 4-hour, 30-minute, and daily charts looks bullish. It seems like it wants to bounce. It looks quite decent. And if you look at the daily charts, the MACD also looks quite decent. I believe there is more potential upside in this. I think this could reach around 420 soon, but we'll keep an eye on what happens tomorrow because Jerome Powell is giving another speech. Jerome Powell and the Fed announcements are crucial, so we'll watch for that. Nonetheless, whether we fill the gaps or not, I believe a bounce is coming in the market, and I think we'll see more upside. So I believe the SPYs could reach 425. As for Tesla, it is now attempting to bounce. If we hear good news from the Fed, Tesla can reach 206 and then 210, and this is still possible. But we'll see if we lose 196. Does it start to drop further? So, to stay safe, we need to keep a close eye on these levels. For Apple, it looks like we're in a mild uptrend. If you want to be bullish, you want to see it above the 200 EMA on the daily chart, which is above 171.6. Break that level and try to take it higher. I also want to say that, in terms of market volatility, we'll see what the Fed and Jerome Powell say. Their words and actions have a significant impact on how this market moves. So let's be patient and see how it goes. But for QQQ, we want it to try to reach around 355 tomorrow. Due to the Fed, we might fall below 345. But whether we fall or not and whether we want to fill the gap or not, I believe that ultimately a bounce is coming in the market. If the bottom hasn't come yet, I still have hope for the upside. For NVIDIA, it depends on AMD. So, we're waiting for earnings. We're attempting a slight bullish divergence. So there are chances that it bounces and tries to reach around 420. But to be sure, we'll see how things turn out. So with that, folks, what am I looking for in NIO? I believe that the market and I think NIO could go a bit lower. We can fall in a small range, and it depends on our deliveries and various factors. If the deliveries are on track, we can recover immediately. But in my opinion, that might not be the case. From a technical perspective, we could potentially fall a bit more. Maybe the deliveries will be slightly delayed. Then, if the deliveries pick up the pace, let's see if we want to fill this gap from $7.05 to $8. And after that, everything will depend on how close we get to the Fed by the time of the upcoming FOMC meeting tomorrow. The market seems to be moving from one side to the other. There won't be a significant breakthrough. After we gather information from Jerome Powell and others, we might see a better surge. So we are closely monitoring this. We want to remain calm, cool, and collected no matter what. I'm looking to see if NIO can make some kind of bounce later, thanks to Jerome Powell and the Fed. Well, for today, that's it. I believe that no matter what happens with NIO, if it drops a bit more, November is going to be a good month for it. I believe that NIO is going to have a winning month in November, and I think the market can have a significant impact on NIO movement. I believe that regardless of what happens with the Fed, even if the Fed is or isn't the cause of an initial drop, it could give the market a significant boost. I still see more upside potential in the market. So, let's wait and watch. We are watching everything closely. Get ready for the Fed. Get ready for NIO deliveries. I hope NIO performs well, and I'll talk about its numbers in more details tomorrow. All right. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more stock predictions and market insights. Remember to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy investing, and see you in the next video.